Citi is back in the premium travel credit card space with the new Strata Elite World Legend Mastercard. Presumably, it goes live in branch next week, but we already have the full details. It's the latest addition to a space that has seen no shortage of recent activity. The Chase Sapphire Reserve just got its major refresh. The American Express Platinum is slated to have one as well. Capital One has a premium travel card, as do all manners of airlines and hotels. Amidst the slew of competition, has Citi done enough to stand out with the Strata Elite and even maybe replace some other premium cards in our wallets? Unfortunately, not quite for now. Let's get into how I think the Strata Elite could have made a splash, but ultimately just made a whimper, but things may get better soon enough. Starting with the welcome offer of 100,000 Citi thank you points for $4,000 of spend in 3 months. This isn't great for a premium travel card and marks the first instance in which the Strata Elite fails to stand out. The recent refresh of the Chase Sapphire Reserve came with an elevated welcome offer of 100,000 Chase points and a $500 Chase Travel Portal credit for $5,000 of spend in 3 months, and even that was seen as somewhat mediocre. Thankfully, Citi's not being too restrictive with the terms of the welcome offer, and even more so hasn't introduced its own form of pop-up jail. I was fully expecting that people who got a welcome offer on the Strata Premier in the past 48 months would be locked out of the welcome offer for the Strata Elite. But instead, it's just people who got a Strata Elite welcome offer in the past 48 months or who product changed a card to a Strata Elite where they earned a welcome offer in the past 48 months. As much as I won't be speaking too favorably on the card, I may still get it as a welcome offer play and to gain the credits. The Strata Elite has a $595 annual fee unless you're a Citi Gold member, in which case the annual fee is knocked down to $450. Citi private client customers will have the first year annual fee completely waived, after which it will be $450. Citi Gold requires $200,000 in assets, a large amount which I assume most people won't pursue unless they've done so already. Focusing on the baseline $595, it puts it in the rough midpoint of the ranges of premium travel card annual fees, between the $395 Capital One Venture X and the $795 Chase Sapphire Reserve. The Strata Elite could have been one of your cheaper options for Priority Pass and other airport lounge offerings, but alas, Citi did not go that route. They did, however, to no one's surprise, tack on multiple statement credits such that if you utilized enough of them, you would realize a negative effective annual fee. Amex and Chase have taken this coupon book model to quite some distance, and so if Citi wanted to beat them out in this model, they would have had to offer extreme value in their credits, or better yet, make the credits very flexible and easy to use. For example, something like the $300 general travel credit on the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Citi chose neither route and instead have given us an uninspiring set of credits. Firstly, a $300 credit if you book 2 nights or more at a hotel stay through the Citi Travel Portal. While less restrictive than the hotel credits on the American Express Platinum and Chase Sapphire Reserve, which would only work for their specific hotel curated collections, this credit is still quite restrictive. It needs to be for hotels and for a minimum of 2 nights. Would have loved to see at least what's on the Capital One Venture X, which is a $300 credit that's good for anything on the travel portal. The other new credits may be even harder to get value from. $200 annual splurge credit, where each calendar year you can select up to 2 merchants from the following list: American Airlines, Live Nation, and that's it for now. More merchants will be released in the future. There are ways to liquidate this credit, for example, buying and canceling refundable American airline flights, but ultimately this requires some level of work, and the fact that this credit is restricted to certain merchants lacks some flexibility. Then, a $100 semi-annual Black Lane credit, where Black Lane is a chauffeur service. This honestly feels like mere filler to make the card be perceived as being more valuable. How many of us even use or want to use a chauffeur service? And for those people who do they really care that much about getting $100 off? At best, maybe you can get a nicer and cheaper ride to the airport compared to an Uber after applying the credit. All in all, these are highly niche credits that don't really stand out relative to other credits on other premium travel credit cards. Citi has essentially replicated a worser version of the credit card model pioneered by Amex and Chase. Disappointing. One positive that I can give is that they're all calendar year credits. So presumably you can get the card towards the end of 2025 and use the credits, get another set of credits for 2026, and then another set of credits in 2027 before you cancel or product change the card. This approach of making the card's benefits difficult to use is perpetuated with the Strata Elite's multiplier of 6x on restaurants via Citi nights every Friday and Saturday, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll give Citi the clever marketing with all the sixes, and sure, 6x on restaurants is uniquely powerful. But again, the sheer restrictiveness of this benefit, and furthermore, I think Citi will shoot itself in the foot a little bit with this one. While they've been precise that it'll be based on when transactions are authorized rather than posted, they still indirectly expect people outside of the Eastern Standard Time Zone to adjust the time window accordingly, which gets more and more annoying for people who are further and further away overseas. Also, I mean, if you got a bill at a counter at say 5:45 p.m., would you awkwardly wait for 15 minutes before putting down your Strata Elite? As for other multipliers, 12x on hotels, car rentals, and other attractions via the Citi travel portal is pretty good, though just 2x better than the $95 Strata Premier. 6x on flights via the portal also isn't bad, though it loses out to the 8x on the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Then 3x on all other restaurants and 1.5x on everything else is pretty mediocre. If you want to earn Citi points on your non-category spend, you're better off putting that spend on a 2x Citi double cash and then combining those points with your Strata Elite. Citi had already stood out from the competition in terms of the multipliers with its previous version of a premium travel card, the Citi Prestige. The card offered 5x on all restaurants, flights booked directly with airlines, and travel agencies, with the former two especially being very general categories. I think Citi just had to mirror these multipliers on the Strata Elite to pique enough people's interest, but instead they decided to raise the multipliers on very niche categories and lower them on more general categories. Okay, sure, 1.5x on everything is better than 1x on everything. Overall, still, a step down in my opinion. So, mid at best in terms of the welcome offer, statement credits, and multipliers. Is there anything going for the Strata Elite? In terms of its remaining travel benefits, there's global entry and priority pass without restaurants. Frankly, table stakes for a premium travel card nowadays. We also have 4 American Airline Admiral Club passes each year. This one is unique to the Strata Elite and can have good replacement value for current holders of the Citi Advantage Executive World Elite Mastercard. Though, if you're only going to Admirals Clubs 4 times a year, I'm not sure you're even getting enough value from the Advantage Executive card anyway. We also have 2 new hotel programs called the Reserve and the Hotel Collection, essentially Citi's versions of Fine Hotels and Resorts and the Hotel Collection from Amex. You would have thought Citi would at least offer a slightly different name. Anyway, doubt that this would stand out much compared to the myriad of other similar hotel collection programs out there. The only things that I think can salvage the Strata Elite and make it stand out relative to its competitors are things that we don't yet fully know about. 3 things. Number 1, access to Strata lounges. When or if these lounges ever get built, the Strata Elite may end up being your only option to access to some very nice lounges. Number 2, World Legend Mastercard benefits. Presumably, only the Strata Elite and the Advantage Executive Card will get issued under this new top-tier MasterCard status, and so if its benefits are incredible, the Strata Elite will be similarly elevated. I doubt it, though. The website states that it's designed for individuals who want access to exceptional and exclusive experiences that bring them closer to their passions. Sounds like benefits that are of the swankier kind that are locked behind a steep paywall. And finally, number 3, the future ability to transfer your Citi thank you points to American Airline Miles. Currently, American Airline Miles are amongst the best for redeeming partner One World flights, and currently there are also no other credit card points that transfer to them. American Airlines alone could vault Citi's overall transfer partner offerings above Amex's and Chase's for many people. Really hope that this happens without the knock-on effect of American Airline Miles devaluing it at a quicker rate over time. It is a believable reality, though. Higher influx of American Airline miles via the Citi transfer route, causing American Airlines to raise their award prices as an offset. And so, the Citi Strata Elite in its final form with Strata lounges and the transferability to American Airline miles could be a powerful premium card that stands out relative to other premium travel cards, but for now, I just wouldn't recommend it to anyone, except maybe as a one-and-year-and-done play for the welcome offer. B- at best with this one. But what do you guys think? Am I mistaken and there's actually some great value to be had from the Strata Elite even relative to other premium travel cards? Let me know below in the comments, and if you've made it to this point in the video, consider liking it and subscribing to the channel. If you want to get access to Citi's ecosystem but don't quite see yourself getting enough value from the Strata Elite, well, then maybe the mid-tier Strata Premier is a better option for you. As solid a card as it is though, I found myself canceling it after a year, and I get into why in this video on screen. Thanks so much for watching this one, and here's your card nerd signing off. Peace.